Alrighty. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone in the real classroom as well as online. Just if I could get a quick sound check online. I know, obviously, in person can hear me.
Hello, hello.
Good. Okay, fantastic. All right. So my name is Lauren Mistretta. I am your lab instructor. And,
Well, actually, I'm your lab
oh,
instructor. She's
wait,
your lecturer.
I said lab instructor, didn't I? Yeah, sorry. Hi, I'm Lauren. Let's try again. Hi, I'm Lauren Mistretta. I am your lecture instructor. I mixed it up because right now we're doing lab. I'm gonna just be starting us off today in the lab, but Kevin Bedoya is going to be your lab instructor right here. All right, so I'm gonna pull up our syllabus and we're just gonna kind of go through that. Couple of ways the course is structured. We're gonna get you guys set up onto the My Lab platform on Pearson, and then we're gonna hit the ground running with some practice. So the labs themselves are going to be structured more as practice, right? You're going to get hands-on practice. You're going to be working with your lab instructor to just kind of practice the stuff that you're going to be going over in lecture. There's going to be some modules that you get to practice on, some projects, all kind of real-world examples. In the lecture is where we're going to go through the content itself, go through slides, etc. And pretty much we're going to just try to make it as fun as possible, right? It's a summer course, should be nice and chill. And because it's offered high flex, you guys have the opportunity to attend in person or online. So if, let's say, you want to attend in person, you feel like you do better when you're actually face to face, you're more than welcome to come. If you find it's easier to attend online, go right ahead. Regardless, the session is always going to be recorded, and it's going to be posted on YouTube. We'll have two recordings each day, so one for the lab, one for the lecture, just to kind of break it down. That way you can know exactly what's going to be going on in each. So let's get started with the syllabus. Alrighty. So welcome to spreadsheet programming. Your lecture is going to be usually later on in the day from 11 to 12:40. Your lab is going to be nice and early from 9 to 10:40. We started a little bit later today. Just wanted to make sure people had time to come in, find the room and stuff. The room was locked when I got here, so that was fun. Had to run all around, try to get keys. So, they don't give keys to adjuncts. That's just the way it goes. But regardless, we're here now, so that's what matters. So as I said before, the class is high flex, just a fancy way of saying online, in person. Woohoo! And I'm going to post all of the sessions, lab and lecture, on YouTube, so you'll be able to come back to it later on. Let's say you want to review something, it's not a problem. So, as I said before, lecture, we're going to be focusing on learning more content, lab, going over it again. And also during the lab itself, during the lecture itself, there'll be a couple of small check-in assignments, right? They're not meant to be pop quizzes. I think honestly, that's really unfair to have a pop quiz on something that like you just learned, but it's just to kind of check in. Like, let's say we go over how to sort a spreadsheet or something. Then you'll have like a super quick little thing of like, hey, if you were to sort this spreadsheet, what kind of command would you type in? It's just graded on participation. It's not graded on your accuracy or anything, just to really ensure that you can kind of test yourself and see, am I really understanding what's going on? And this is just going to be really small part of your grade, participation, 5%. So nice and chill way of getting an easy 5 points, basically, right? Can be a nice GPA booster. So if anyone, has anyone taken a summer course before? First time? Okay. So summer courses are quite accelerated. I won't lie. So this is literally going to mean each day we're going to be covering an entire week's worth of content, right? You have about like 3 hours of lecture and lab combined. So that kind of equates to two normal sized like spring or fall classes in a sense. So each day is basically a week's worth of content. That's going to translate to about one chapter in our textbook per day. So it's a lot, but we're going to try to do it as as easy as possible. We're going to take it nice and slow, and we're going to have plenty of resources to make sure that you do your best. But just keep in mind, it is going to be quite accelerated. So you want to make sure you stay on track. I'm going to be showing you the calendar that I made to kind of show where all the assignments are, keep you on track, show you where all the assignments are, and everything else. Unfortunately, we're not able to accept late work because of the accelerated pace of the course. So, as I'm going to get to in a minute, all of your assignments each week are going to be due the Sunday night. So, let's say today's June 1st. Everything for this entire week is going to be due on June 7th, 11:59. So this lets you have like a lot of time to spread it out if you need. If you have work, family, other commitments, totally get it. So you get to kind of choose the way you want to kind of structure your own time with this. As long as the work gets done within that time period, you're good. Of course, if there's like a severe problem that's happening, if you have like a medical emergency, family emergency, all kinds of things like that, just email us. We're flexible with that kind of stuff. So we can definitely, for any kind of documented emergencies, we can give you guys extensions. That's not a problem. But unfortunately, in the general case, in order for you guys and us as professors to stay on track, we have to keep with this schedule. Hi there, spreadsheet programming, right? Spreadsheet, yeah, welcome, welcome. Don't worry, we're just going over the syllabus. All right. So exams. There's going to be 3 exams, but they're open notebook. Yay! This does not mean open laptop AI. We want you to be doing the work. Obviously Gemini, ChatGPT, like, yeah, they can do spreadsheet programming too, but you guys are the ones enrolled in the course, so it should be you guys doing the work. But all of the midterms, all the final are going to be open notebook. So you can bring your notebook, print out some notes, whatever it is, and pretty much have that as a resource. To keep with the high flex nature of the course, the first midterms will be offered hybrid. They're going to be either on Brightspace or Pearson. I have to see which one kind of works better, but it's going to be on the computer basically. This just makes it a little bit easier because there are some people who might be taking this course, not in Queens, like maybe they're abroad for the summer or other things like that. And since it is accelerated, it's kind of hard to schedule makeup exams and all that kind of stuff. So the first 2 midterms are going to be hybrid. Tentatively, they're scheduled for Monday, June 8th, next Monday. I know it's crazy. And then the following one will be on Tuesday, June 16th. So this is going to mean that you're going to have about 4 lectures worth of content per midterm, right? And the 2 midterms are not cumulative, right? So the first midterm is going to be just on lectures 1 through 4. The next midterm is going to be on lectures probably 6 through 9, because 5 we're going to be doing the exam. So it'll be less material that you have to do for the midterms. The final is the only cumulative exam, and the final will be in person. But again, still open notes. So key is if you do all your work, if you practice, if you have good notes, you're going to do absolutely fine. A lot of the stuff is pretty simple. There's a lot of content, I won't lie. I mean, we're going through pretty much an entire textbook. But it's simpler stuff. Like maybe you're learning a lot about different types of spreadsheet formatting, or, sorry. Maybe you're learning about different types of spreadsheet formatting. Maybe you're doing a lot of different settings, different sorting mechanisms. It's going to seem like a lot, but once you get the practice, it's going to pretty much become second nature to you. So definitely manageable. And again, we're here for you. We offer tutoring for this course. I'll get to that once I get to like office hours and all that kind of stuff. But there's going to be help. So if you guys need any help at all, like we are here for you. You literally have 2 professors in this class. So double the help, double the resources. Okay. And also, again, we can't really do makeup exams that well. If you miss an exam and you have a documented excuse, you need to let us know like within 24 hours. Like we need to know immediately if we need to like reschedule you because again, like you see the schedule over here. Next Monday, we have an exam. The following Tuesday, another exam. Like, we don't have a lot of wiggle room here. So, if there's emergencies, if there's problems, just stay in communication with us. That's all we ask, right? We can only help you if you let us know how we can help you. All right, grade breakdown, right? So 20% exam one, 20% exam two, 25% final exam. Then there's going to be 5% the participation assignments. This is going to just be during lecture, as I kind of said before, we just do a couple of little quiz questions. It's nothing crazy. It's not based on if you get it right or wrong. It's just if you do it, right? Kind of like a pulse check. We want to make sure that like you're alive, you're understanding what's going on, all that kind of fun stuff. And listen, maybe one day you fell asleep in class. Things happen. We're students. We know how it is. If you miss like a couple of these little like assignments, it's not the worst thing. All right. You can still get your 5 points. Even if you miss a few here and there. It's just based on consistency. If you do it consistently, you're good. You get 5 free points, right? That's basically enough to kind of bring you up like a whole letter. If you think about it, go from like a B plus to an A minus or an A to an A plus. So basically free 5 points. Then we get into the last 30% of your grade. This is going to be 15% lab assignments and 15% projects. We're going to go into what the difference between this kind of stuff is and all the assignments and all that kind of stuff in a little bit. But essentially, you're going to be given two types of assignments. The small lab assignments, these are going to be quick, easy. It really shouldn't take more than like 5 minutes or so per lab module, let's say. And it's just really to reinforce what you know for the day. You're going to be walked through a couple of them in lab, and then you're going to have similar problems to do on your own that get graded. And all of this is going to be on Pearson MyLab, which we'll get you set up on. And it's really a great platform. It will actually give you hints, walkthroughs, videos. There's a whole e-textbook that you're able to do. So, like, unless you want a physical copy, not stopping you, you could just honestly use the free textbook. So, it's a really great platform for that. And then the projects are going to be a little bit larger. Like maybe it might take like 15, 20 minutes for a project. It has a little more steps on it. But you're only going to have like one of those per night. You're going to go over one in lab, and then you're going to do a similar one at home. So in total, right, you're going to have what you do in class, and then you're going to have what you do on your own for homework. And all this will be on the calendar. And all of your assignments, right, all the lab assignments and projects, all going to be due each Sunday night, 11:59. So that's going to mean that today's assignments, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those 4 days worth of assignments, you have until this coming Sunday, June 7th, to finish. So if you want to like spread it out, do a little each day, smart move. Or if you are a chronic procrastinator and wait till 11 o'clock the night before it's due, I will say it might not work out very well for you. But again, you have freedom on how you want to essentially structure this out. So pretty much just trying to make it as flexible as possible. Any questions so far, by the way? All right. Okay, no one in Zoom land. All right. So now we get into the Pearson MyLab and textbook. All right. So this is the textbook that we're going to be using. Exploring Microsoft 365, 2025 edition. Very riveting stuff, I know. But again, there's a free digital copy that's going to be on Pearson. I'm going to show you exactly how to access that. So unless you want to get a physical copy, you don't need to purchase anything. All right, you don't have to get a physical textbook. You don't have to purchase like a Pearson membership. You don't have to really purchase anything in this case. If you want a physical copy and you don't want to buy one, you could probably also borrow it from the Queens College Library. They have like a whole loaning system through like old CUNY colleges, so they can actually ship you over a copy from like Brooklyn College or something. Some people like physical copies. Some people like more digital copies. Either is totally, totally fine. Alrighty. So contact info. You have two professors in this class. Say hi, Kevin.
Hi.
So again, twice the help. Reach out to us. We genuinely, genuinely, genuinely want to help you out. All right. So these are our primary emails. Honestly, for the speediest response, just CC us both on the email. One of us is bound to respond. So pretty much any issues that you have, if you have any questions, if you need like an emergency extension or something, um, really anything you need. You want to learn more about tutoring and other resources, like we are genuinely here for you. Like we're grad students ourselves, so we know how it feels to be a student because like we were in your shoes. So again, we want to really be there for you. We want to make sure that you're supported, that you're able to enjoy the class, that you're able to get something out of it, and that you're not overly stressed either. So for office hours, if you have to reach out to us, for me, if you want to reach out to me, you could chat with me for a quick question before or after lecture. More than happy to go over something. If you want to book a tutoring appointment with me, I actually work at the Kylie Hall Learning Commons here, which is a fantastic resource for pretty much all different types of classes. So I would definitely recommend like reach out, get some help if you need. You can take a look at my availability by clicking on this link here. You just have to sign in with your CUNY account, and then you can pretty much access it. You could book an appointment with me and all other tutors as well. Um, and also, if any of these times like don't work out for you, like if let's say you want to meet later in the evening, maybe you work during the day, especially to all you Zoom people out there, just email me to schedule an appointment. I will honestly meet with you over Zoom in the evening if you want. Whatever works out for you. For Kevin, did you want to present on that?
Yeah, sure. So I have in-person office hours Mondays and Tuesdays for half an hour in Kylie Hall 331. That's the QC Math Lab. So if you were taking any math classes, you can always go there as well. I tutor all sorts of math classes. And I have virtual office hours on Wednesdays and Thursdays because I won't be able to attend in person in an hour. So that's appointment only. So it's not like I'm going to be on I'm not going to be like on a Zoom session the entire time. Like if you want to meet online for any reason, I'll be available those times. So yeah.
Yeah. Math Lab is a really great resource. Anyone here taking like any math courses? Yeah, absolutely. So definitely it's a really great program. You go like you can actually just like walk in and get help on like any math course. Anything from like college algebra, pre-calc, calculus, multivariable calculus, the list goes on and on. And even though this isn't necessarily a math course, of course you can visit Kevin for that. So yeah, again, you have plenty of opportunities for help. So by all means, reach out to us. We genuinely want to help you. We're nice. I promise we don't bite. Alrighty. So our class schedule naturally has to be in a spreadsheet format, it's only fitting. So you're just going to click on this little link over here. This makes it a little easier because at least then I don't have to like re-upload the syllabus every single time. So if anything changes, you could access it right here. And I see we have a lot of anonymous users right here, so you guys are on that. Fantastic. So right now, I just have the first week on here. And we are going to just be pretty much doing this kind of stuff for the coming week. Uh, we have pretty much each day, we're going to be doing one chapter. And as I kind of mentioned before, we're going to have the lab assignments, the stuff that you're going to actually be doing in lab. This stuff is going to not be graded, but it's going to help you practice with what you have gone over in lecture. And it's pretty much like almost identical to the stuff that will be graded. So like, let's say it's asking you to alphabetize a spreadsheet. Maybe instead of going from A to Z, the actual graded assignment will tell you to go from Z to A. Like it's literally pretty much the same stuff. So each day you're going to have the modules for that specific day. So pretty much going through the modules for the lab assignments and then the ones that you do at home. And then you're going to have one project that you guys are going to be doing in lab that you're going to walk through with Kevin. And then you're going to have one project that you're going to be doing for homework. So each night, it's pretty much this stuff in red. And as we continue, I'm going to add everything else for the coming week as well. Just kind of seeing how the pacing is going, and we're going to kind of go from there. There's also going to be extra credit if you guys want. There are like these quizzes that you can take. I didn't really want to give like actual quizzes because if I'm giving a quiz like tomorrow on what you're learning today, you have like less than a day to prepare for that. You should have at least a little bit more time for that. So these quizzes are not graded, but if you do them consistently, you're going to get extra credit on that. It'll probably go towards like your lowest grade. So like, let's say you miss a couple of assignments or you get a low midterm grade, things like that. I'm going to end up putting those extra credit assignments towards that. And also, this is fantastic prep for when you're going to be doing like your actual midterms, right? These are the types of questions that you're going to be getting. So preparing not only the hands-on labs, but also the content and keywords, multiple choice, short answer, short questions like that. So that's going to kind of be the structure for each week. I'll be sure to upload exactly what's going to be on the schedule every single day. And pretty much you get to stay on track. Just follow the calendar and you're going to be all set with that. Okay. And again, if there's any changes, any issues, I'll be sure to send out a Brightspace notification. I'm not going to be like, haha, I just decided to change the spreadsheet by just a tiny bit, and you guys are expected to know that. For obvious reasons, I'm going to make an announcement. So you're going to be clear on everything, but this spreadsheet will pretty much be like your holy grail. It'll show you everything for each day, what we're doing, chapters we're going through. In case you miss a day, right? You see exactly what we're covering. So lets you kind of stay on track and be all great with that. All right. So academic honesty is kind of the boring part. You probably heard this a million times, like, oh, don't use AI and that kind of stuff. Listen, AI is a great study buddy, but again, don't have it take the course for you. You guys are paying for this course. You should be getting something out of it. We know that Gemini, Claude, ChatGPT, all those guys can like do this work, but it's more important that you can do this work, right? If let's say the internet goes out, right, and your boss asks you to make a spreadsheet for some sort of business report, you want to be able to do that, right? You don't want to get fired. So again, it's fine to use AI outside of exams if you want to use it for like going over some lab problems. Maybe you have a quick question that you just want to clarify, research a quick formula, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, AI is a great resource for that kind of stuff. There's actually even an AI study buddy on the Pearson website, so that's also a really great help as well. But again, don't let it do the work for you.
Are there any free AI subscriptions, you know?
They used to have a Gemini subscription for students that was free, but unfortunately they got rid of it recently. Yeah. If you guys hear of any like free AI options like for students and stuff, by all means. I'll be honest, personally, I really enjoy using Gemini and Notebook LM. If you've never used Notebook LM before, it's a fantastic resource. You can actually upload like all your notes and everything, and it can generate podcasts for you, flashcards for you, practice quizzes for you, all kinds of stuff. So, like, if you just are really tired of hearing me yapping away in lecture and you would rather have like a 20-minute podcast summarize it for you, I won't be offended. I won't be offended. Again, learn how it works best for you. So, be smart, not artificially intelligent. If you have any accommodations, just let us know. Please, 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 within the first week of class. We can't really accommodate if you just tell us the day of, like, hey, I need extra time on an exam. I need a separate testing room. Like, this has to kind of be sent in like ASAP. Like, if you can honestly even tell us today, that would be absolutely amazing. You could send an email, talk to us after class, whatever works for you. But again, we want to make sure you get the help that you need. There's a lot of great resources. So, listen, college is hard. If you're ever struggling, please, please, please reach out to the counseling center. They have free counseling services there. They're extremely, extremely helpful. All right, you should not be suffering alone. Kylie Hall Learning Commons and Math Lab, two really great tutoring centers, and also first year experience program. While it's geared towards first year and transfer students, it's open for everyone. And it's a fantastic place where you can get advising, help with schedules, learn time management, all kinds of stuff like that. So really, really, really great resource. And with that, we are done with the syllabus. Woohoo! Any questions? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, pretty much. You'll just take it on your laptop, but again, like no AIs and everything. Like pretty much it's to prepare you really for the final exam where like it's going to be on paper. So the final exam will be on paper, but the midterms will be online. Professor, is there a code to get onto Pearson MyLab? Yes, we're going to actually get into that in about 5 minutes, so no problem. But yeah, so pretty much open notes, just not open internet. So laptop, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Are the exams multiple choice? I believe they're going to be mostly multiple choice. I don't know if there's going to be short answers yet, but it's definitely going to be mostly multiple choice, I believe. Yeah, if any short answers, it'll probably be like, hey, make a quick Excel formula to add up all the entries in a column or something. Like very, very little writing. So yeah. And we're gonna have like practice and stuff too, like for the exams and everything. So like you guys are gonna be very well prepared for that. Not an issue. Okay, so with that being said, let's get onto the Pearson website, and we're going to show you how to log onto that. And that way we can kind of get started for everything. Okay, we're doing good with time. All right, so if you go to our class Brightspace, I have under the content, there's a Pearson link right here. So there's a couple of stuff here just to keep in mind. There's a PDF document here on how to specifically access Pearson, right? So we're going to be following these steps in particular. And again, we're both here, so we want to make sure everybody is set up before we get started with anything. That way, like you guys are all good and everything. In the meantime, Kevin, if you want to log onto the Zoom, are you on it? Or yeah, I sent you the link. Just in case people in the Zoom need help to log on as well. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this Access Pearson link. Okay. And it's going to open it up and everything. You're going to have to go and sign in with your Brightspace account. It should probably go automatically since you're signed into your Brightspace. But once you're here, right, you're going to click on My Lab and Mastering, right, which is going to be this guy over here, right? And this is going to get you onto your course home from that, and you're going to be able to access that. If it asks for a course code, I believe this is the one that we would need for that. I will provide that as well in case we need. Actually, I think it's the other one.
Sorry, Professor. The login for this is what?
You should be able to log in with your Brightspace. So after you click on the link that's in Brightspace, right? Then oops, it's the one that's on Brightspace here that says Access Pearson. You should be able to click on it and you should be able to sign in with your CUNY login account. Okay. And if you need a course code, this is going to be the course ID for it. Okay, I just put that into the Zoom chat. Yeah, if you want to see, we could play the video and take a look at that.
Hello. This video is going to show you how to register for Pearson MyLab and Mastering through Brightspace. Once you're in the course, you should see a link that says Access Pearson or Pearson 1.3 or Pearson LTI 1.3. This is going to be the Pearson tool. Go ahead and click on it. And the first time you do, it is going to ask you to link your Pearson account with your Brightspace account. If you don't have a Pearson account, it will also give you instructions on making an account. It's not showing it for me because I've already done it, but once you do that, you will get a screen that looks like this. And you'll just click on the orange Open My Lab and Mastering button here. And when you do that, you're typically going to be presented with three options. It's either going to be enter an access code you already have, buy an access code directly through us, or use a 14-day free trial in order.
Just a quick thing, the access code that they're asking for is going to be, I'm going to write it on the board as well. But it's going to be this Mistretta 11516. So I'm going to write that on the board as well. But when they say it, make sure you don't pay $109 like you guys are getting this for free. We're not having you pay something crazy for that.
To access the code or access the course for 14 days, and then you can upgrade your access after the 14 days. Your page may look a little bit different than what I'm showing here, but in general, this is what this page will offer. Enter a code you already have, buy one through us, or use the 14-day free trial. Once you select one of the options, you'll get a wait screen here, and then you'll be able to access the course. You do not need a course ID or an invite link from your instructor. You can just use the Access Pearson tool. Let us know if you have any other questions.
All right. So we're going to give you guys a minute to sign on to that. And if you need help, we're going to be here for you. Again, this video as well is going to be on Brightspace. So you have all three of these links. When you get on to the Pearson course, you should probably see something kind of like this. It'll show like a bunch of assignments and other things, and you'll see that it has our course up here, CSCI 48. So once you have that, then you're good. For the access code, it's a different format than the one you provided. What do you mean by that? There's 6 boxes. It's weird. Has anyone been able to log in through Brightspace and it works automatically? Click finish, it doesn't go to any new pages. See the same.
Professor, is there a longer version of that access code that you gave us?
I'm trying to see if there's another version that I might be missing. That was the only code that I believe I was given.
Six boxes.
6 boxes.
If you're prepaid, let's go to the boxes. Like 6 words.
It says that 4 people were able to enroll. Was anyone here able to enroll? Or were we over Zoom? Yeah. You did the 14-day trial. Okay. All right, we might have to do that instead, and I might have to contact the support to see if there's a different code. 'Cause that was the code that I was given for it. Okay. Get registration instructions. That's what I had before. All right. For the time being, I'm gonna have to reach out to IT on that, but for the time being, click on the 14-day free trial for that, and we'll get it fixed by the time that expires. So we go back
Access
to
code directly
over here. Once it lets you register,
through us.
you're going to be clicking on over here, get temporary access without payment for 14 days. So this will just let you have access until we're able to get the code itself. And we're hoping to get that at some point. I'm honestly going to try to reach out to them today and hopefully get that to you guys soon. I'll announce that on Brightspace. But for the time being, as long as you're able to access Pearson, then you're going to be all set. Okay. All right, there we go. 18 have been enrolled. Fantastic. Okay. All right. We'll get that set up for you guys and we'll walk through how to get that to work. Okay. Many people. I believe there's 23 people that we have here right now in combination with in person and online. So right now I have 18 enrolled. Let me refresh the page to see if that changed. Okay, 22. All right, there we go. Okay, fantastic. All right, so just to confirm, if you click on the course itself, right, it should kind of lead you to a student version of this over here, right? You should be able to see just kind of like the assignments and all kinds of stuff like that. You should be able to also access over here on the side the Pearson E textbook. And you should be able to go to the Excel dropdown, and you should be able to access all 12 chapters of the Excel book. So as I kind of said before, right, you have access to the whole book. So there's no need to pay for anything. You don't have to worry about anything. And you get pretty much the whole book. It's an ebook. There's this little AI study tool over here. You could actually ask it questions, which is like really cool. Like if you're struggling with the specific topic, you could be like, hey, what are Excel window elements? And send it off and it'll get back to you on that. So great little resource if you're struggling with something like that. You can, I believe, annotate as well. There's like a little listen tool here. You can listen to it as an audiobook. And basically, the way that it's kind of structured is every chapter, that's word. Okay, every chapter, let's say for Excel that we're looking at over here, Excel chapter 1, it'll have a part that you read and then a hands-on exercise. Another part that you read, another hands-on exercise, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. These hands-on exercises are going to be the same ones that we're going to be doing in lab. So these are going to be the ones that walk you through the steps, like step by step. The ones that you're going to be assigned for homework are going to be extremely similar to this, but just slightly tweaked. So each of these chapters is pretty much going to be formatted in that same way. So you can pretty much follow along through the book in that way. Okay. And you can also go here to your assignments and you can see the list of all the assignments here. So some of them are going to have due dates and some of them are not going to have due dates. This is going to correspond to the spreadsheet calendar that I have. One thing is please ignore if it says homework or quiz on it. I'm not able to change the tags that are on that. Like this one is saying it's homework, but really this is saying it's a lab exercise. So these are going to be the 5 lab exercises that you guys are going to be going over. Then these are going to be the 5 homework exercises that you're going to be going over. And again, all of these guys are going to be due on June 7th. Then there's going to be the project. This one, I have to fix it. The project 1, it's greater mid-level 1. I'm going to make it just clear and just say project 1 classwork. This one is going to be done in class. This one, the second one that actually will have the due date, is going to be the one due for homework. And then again, there's the extra credit quiz if you'd like to do that as well. It's a great prep for your exams. And again, if you do them, then I will put it towards probably your lowest grade. I'll see exactly how it works so that it benefits you guys the most. But yeah, so in conclusion with this is what you're going to have every day, right? So the stuff that you're going to do for homework, exercise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one of these projects, right? So all the stuff that has the deadlines on it, I just have to fix it slightly, which I'm going to do right now. All of that is going to be like your day-to-day assignment. And right now, this stuff is only popping up for today. Each day, it's going to open for the next day and the next day and the next day. So right now, this is like what students would see. But if I were to go to like my view of it, it would kind of look a little bit more disorganized, let's just say, because there's kind of a lot more going on here. But basically, you're going to have like kind of that same thing going on. So like if I go to like all your assignments and stuff, right? Again, this is like pretty much for the week that I have kind of set. So it's set to open like day 2 is going to open tomorrow at 12 a.m. Day 3 is going to open Wednesday at 12 a.m. And it's just going to kind of continue on and on. So yeah, you're free to kind of choose how you want to best kind of sort it out. All right, with that being said, I'm going to hand it over to you now,
Yeah, sure.
because at this point we're kind of good for the time. Yeah, what's up?
So notice that you can actually, it says your CSCI bookstore, right? My lab, thank you for e-text textbook. Access code for I'm wondering if it's the access code is available to textbooks and stuff.
They said it had to be 6 characters though. I'm gonna ask the IT support on it.
I have a feeling like it's part of the textbook. Like maybe
Okay.
it's like received or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. All right,
All right. Because I was looking for this access code myself as well.
gotcha. If you want to share your screen, I'll switch it over to you.
My host now.
Let me give you host access. All right, you are the co-host now.
Cool.
I'm still yeah, absolutely. I'm still recording on my end, so you should be good.
Wait, in theory, if you left the meeting, just keep recording. It's just
It might just end completely, so I'm gonna stay on the meeting.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
gotcha. Drink your coffee in peace.
Yeah.
All right, so. All right. Oh, I can hear myself on your laptop. Great.
Go ahead, you should be good
Yeah. Okay, so I am your lab instructor, and I will be doing the assignments demonstration, and we'll also walk through the assignments together. So let me share. So first off, everyone can see this, right? Wait, so can the Zoom also see that as well?
You have to, are you sharing your screen?
Oh, I'm not.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
share
let
your
me do
screen.
that. Okay, I'll just share Safari then.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Zoom is being
this
recorded though.
Yeah, this is a bit awkward, but okay. Okay, I'll do this instead. Okay, so now let's see where the assignments are. Take that off. Let me go back to my courses. Yeah, so at the moment, my Pearson account is disconnected from Lauren's, so
There you go, scroll down.
basically, yeah, I see it, yeah.
Okay, good.
So that means is that I will just be going through these assignments on my end, and whatever you guys are doing will be based on, like, it'll be connected to Lauren's account, right?
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
technically it's gonna be my class in a way.
Yeah.
So again, IT issues.
Yeah, basically,
like
this
that.
is like a different class that I'm working on right now, so nothing I will do count, but for you guys it will count because it's on the primary classroom. Okay, let me go to Assign Manager. Yeah, so the first thing you guys should do is find this menu here. That way you can actually access the assignments. I noticed there's different groups here, right? So you have the hands-on exercises, and then you have the, let's see, what's the differences here?
So the hands-on
Right.
exercises are going to be labeled as lab exercises on our
Yeah.
end. This is just the default name for them. but essentially know that the blue dot, the ones that actually say homework, is really the in-class lab assignment.
Yeah.
The ones that say quiz are not an actual quiz. It is the homework assignment.
Yeah.
So the blue dots are going to be the ones that have like the actual walkthrough. They have the answers and everything.
My water.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, as Lauren just said, we have homeworks and quizzes here, but the quizzes is what you do at home, and the homeworks is what we do here. So the reason why it's like that is because the homeworks, if you go through them, you're going to have the like instructional videos to help you go through the assignment step by step. So you have like a video explaining like how to complete a particular question, and the quizzes don't. The quizzes basically just throw you into the problem, and you have to figure it out without using any hints. But you can obviously just go online and look for things up if you need to. Okay, so they're both called hands-on exercises, but the difference is just the labels here, the categories. We might switch it eventually. We might switch it so that it's more clear as to what each category refers to.
Well, currently I have it that the blue has been translated to lab, and the orange has been translated to homework.
Cool. All right, so raise of hands, everyone is on this menu. All right, cool. All right, so then I will also need to keep track of the chat and the Zoom
I'll
meeting.
keep track of that.
Okay.
Just keep going ahead.
I think I'd rather just get used to doing it myself because you won't be here all the time. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. I am not Professor Kevin. Where do I find those labs? Okay. So to find those labs, I assume students can have. I assume students have the exact same menu.
Similar. It should say assignments on the side.
Okay.
And if you click on the assignments tab right there,
Yeah.
it'll pop up as all the assignments. This is just because you didn't assign anything on your course.
Yeah.
But on my end, it would show what the students are looking at.
Okay,
So for
gotcha.
everyone here, you want to go on the side where it says assignments, and it should have everything that's currently there.
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. So go to assignments, and in my case, I have a completely different menu. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Assignment manager. Okay, great. All right, so the first one we'll start is Excel Chapter 1, Simulation Training Hands-On Exercise 1. Okay. So I will have to preview this on my end. Okay, so I'm assuming that once you open up that assignment, you'll see these options, right? So can you guys confirm that you're seeing what I have on screen? Right. Okay, great. Okay, so each simulation training hands-on exercise is split up into sections, or in particular steps. Someone has a question, actually. Yeah, someone's raising their hand.
So Professor, I am looking on
You're looking for the assignments?
sir.
Okay, so the assignments can be found. So if you go back to the menu,
I'm there.
yeah, you should have a tab that says assignments.
Okay, so
Yeah.
doesn't
Did you find that? It doesn't say assignments?
I think doesn't have.
Sorry, could you just type what you're saying? I can't really hear you.
You keep going. I'll take
Yeah.
care of the question.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we get through enough.
Okay, so going back to manage course. Oh, sorry. Course on. Yeah, assignment manager. All right, going back here. Let me go back to preview assignment. Okay, cool. So yeah, so you can launch these out of order or sequentially, however you'd like. So ideally what you would do is you would go to lecture, take notes, or read a textbook, and then you would do this because you would need context on what is covered. In this case, this assignment is actually quite self-explanatory, so we'll walk through it. So we can launch this. Okay. All right, so what's cool is that this is going to open up your own virtual machine. It's going to have, you can see, a Windows desktop by default. And you're going to have an Excel application open up for you, right? So it has everything, but there's certain features that you're unable to access. Like, for example, if I click File, this is a dialog box you're trying to open is not relevant to the task, right? So the assignment is smart. It knows exactly what you need to click in order to accomplish whatever goals are provided. So the questions are going to be provided down here. It's a bit hard to see sometimes, but you'll get used to it. So it's all the way at the bottom, and it doesn't actually scroll down too much. It only shows 2 questions at a time, and the first one on top is the current question you're working on, and the one on the bottom right here, sorry, the one down here, that's going to be the next question.
Professor,
Yeah.
Kevin, are you okay with me calling Professor?
You can call me Kevin.
Okay.
That's fine.
So, I don't know if you're screen sharing, but I can't see the 2 questions that you're talking about right now.
Oh, I think I know what's happening because I'm sharing on Safari, and this was an open. Yeah, I opened this up separately. So let me actually stop sharing for a second. Let me just share everything. Just share this entire desktop. I think this will work. Okay, can you see that now? It should be an Excel application opened up. Yeah, cool. All right, so in case no one else was able to see, which I'm pretty sure no one else is able to see if you didn't see, so I'll re-explain what I just said then. So when you're opening up the assignments, you'll have different sections, and if you click on one section, you'll be introduced to this Excel application that opens up on a virtual machine. Right? So the questions that you'll be responsible for answering are displayed on the bottom. So right now it just says type souvenir program in cell A8. Right, so that's the current question, and we will need to complete that. And once we complete that, the program will know that we did so, and it'll ask the next question. So the following question will always be asked underneath the current question, right? So whatever is currently bold and currently colored, that's what you need to complete, and then anything in the bottom here is what you'll need to complete afterwards. All right, so let's go through this, right? So it says type souvenir program in cell A8, so I'll just copy this instead. So A8, so I look at A, and I just go back to 8 here, so I'm just doing that. Okay, great. All right, and notice that sometimes the software will actually display a notification like incorrect action or incomplete action. Like, for example, if I go up to like H1, for example, and I click, I type 5 in, right? It'll say incomplete action, right? So incomplete action basically means you're close, but you're not correct at all, right? Like, you're doing the right thing. Like, in this case, it's selecting a cell and then spell checking, which was not correct, what I just did was not close to what I was actually supposed to do, so I'm not sure why is it incorrect, why is it incomplete action. But typically incomplete action just means I'm close to completing the task, but it's not quite correct, right? And then you have another indication of incorrectness with, let's see if I can actually trigger it. Let's see if I can go over here and do this. No. But there should be another indication that you're incorrect as well. Yeah. Okay. So right now it says select cell A1 and then spell check the worksheet. When prompted, change the misspelling of souvenir to souvenir. All right. So in this case, I can go to A1, and then I believe I go to format.
Review.
Review.
You might want to go over like what the bar is, the ribbon.
What?
Actually, I'll go over it in the brochure. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Okay, so If you ever need help, you can always go to the learning aids and then watch the video, read the instructions. I would suggest just watching the video because it just basically tells you what to do. And there's also a practice option. We can look into that, I guess, afterwards. All right, so I have to go to A1, and then I click spelling. And notice here it gives me the option to correct it, right? So it gives me the correct word, or the correct spelling of the word souvenir. Okay, so I can change it, and then I get a prompt from Microsoft Excel saying spell check complete, you're good to go. Okay, great. All right, and so once you complete that section, then it's all good. You can just click OK, and it'll take you back to the remaining sections of that assignment. Right now, it's just a blank screen for me. Let me just close this. Yeah. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. Let's go to use autofill to complete a sequence. All right. Let me put this over here. Okay. This is
sorry.
I'm sorry?
If somebody is a little behind, you see how we're getting on to the next section. How do we like inform you that we're a little behind?
How do you point out if you're a little behind?
Yeah, like do I just keep it to myself and wait till we finish?
I would probably address it. Like if you have a question, I'd say just either raise your hand in the chat or just call out my name.
Okay.
And then we can go back, yeah. Do you have any questions about the previous section?
Yeah. How did you get to the part where you click OK and everything goes through?
Right, so you have to complete the questions that are provided, right? So in the previous section, we had to type in souvenir, I think in A8, and then the next question asked to correct the spelling. In
I
A1.
see. It's down there. Okay, I understand. Thank you.
Yeah, and to do the spell checking, you have to go to review. There's a top menu here, and then you go to spelling, and then you select. Well, first you have to select the cell that you'd like to apply the spell check for, and then you click spelling, and then you will be able to spell check.
Okay.
Right now it says dialog box you're trying to open is not relevant to the task, and that's because we're not supposed to apply spelling here. That's fine.
Okay.
You could go back if you
Yeah, we
wanted
can.
to.
Yeah, we can always go back. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So this is also quite simple, right? So we have to enter 101 in cell B5, right? So B and then 5. Enter 101. Okay. Just press enter. And now we use the fill handle to copy the value from cell B5 to cells B6 through B10. Okay. So this is pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this corner down to B10, and it's going to automatically fill it. Okay. So I'll do it over here again just to make sure you guys see it. I'll just do it again here. Just delete all this. Actually, we can just do the assignment again. Okay. So I'll come back to it because I think any actions I do right now will be registered as incorrect. So it's better that I just complete it and just redo it again in case you guys want to see it. Okay. So now the next question is use fill options to change values to a series. Okay. Okay. So what I do is I select this. I forgot to do this. Oh, here we go. Yeah. So I think I have to select all of this. And you'll have a box in the right corner. And then you can, so basically these are the fill options, right? So what fill series is going to do, it's going to change it to a sequence of increments based on the pattern. So in this case, before it was just 101, 101, 101, 101, right? And so Excel will naturally just detect what pattern to apply, right? So in this case, it'll be incrementing by 1, right? So it goes from 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, right? And you can experiment this with different numbers. Like, for example, you can fill in the first 2 rows with 2 and 4, and then try to see if the sequence will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, right? Or try, increments of 3, like start off with 3 and 6 and see if it goes from 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, right? And on, right? So that's a pretty cool option. All right, any questions about the second section?
I was thinking maybe it would pay to go over the training, like the training on how to use this.
I don't know.
Like, sorry, there's like a Excel training in a way on how to do
Oh,
it? Or...
well, let's just complete this and we'll go back to it.
Okay, sure.
It's a bit backwards, but it's okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, we have about 15 minutes left, so I think maybe also move on to the project as well, just to kind of show them how that works.
I have until 10:40.
Oh, 10:40. Sorry.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
All right, so now let's move on to the next. Okay. Okay, enter the value 0.15 in cell G5 and then press enter. Okay. So G5, 0.15. Okay. And then enter the date 9/1 in cell A2. Okay. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, so notice that it actually converts it to 1-September or 1 hyphen to September, right? So Excel naturally detects certain formats. So in this case, it detects dates automatically. And you can do the exact same thing with zip codes, phone numbers, and also monetary amounts, like for example, in dollars or euros, depending on the characters you input. Okay, so now it says clear the formatting in cell A2. So what that's going to do, if I clear the formatting, is it's going to convert the date to just a numerical value. Okay. So to do that, let's see. Yeah. So I go to Home, and then I go to Format, and then I go to maybe I do this instead. Maybe I do your contents, filter, format cells. No. Oh, I think it's, yeah, this. So it's the column right next to the cells. So it's the editing column. So it's this eraser looking thing. So I can right click on it and then I can clear formats. And it'll convert it to a numerical value. And that corresponds, I think, to the number of days since some like origin time. The origin time, I guess you can probably just do 9/1/2026 minus this many days, and it'll take you to the origin time, right? So now we have to enter the date 9/1/2026 in cell A2, and then click enter check mark. Okay. So I just have to enter this date. So let's just copy and paste that. Okay. Okay, great. So that completes that section. Any questions on that? Okay. Okay, so now let's move on to, actually let me check the chat before I move on. Okay. Okay, so next section is step 1.1.4, find and replace data. Okay. All right. So on the worksheet, make cell A1 the active cell, and then simultaneously replace all occurrences of the value 0.05 with the value 0.1. Close any open dialog boxes. Okay? So active cell just means I just click on the cell and it's highlighted. Okay, so that's the active cell currently. Okay, so now what I want to do is, let's see, do I review? No. The file, sorry. So I think it's this, yeah. Okay, so it's I think it's this magnifying glass, also in the editing column. And then you click find, oh, never mind, replace. And this is cool because you can select any numerical value or like a word or something and then replace it with a different word or number, right? So this is going to find any occurrences of whatever number or whatever word that I put into here, right? Okay, so in this case, I want to replace all occurrences of 0.05 with 0.1, right? So I can write 0.05, and I replace that with 0.1, and I click replace all. Okay, all done. We've made 2 replacements. Okay, and now the next step is to close any dialog boxes. So these are the dialog boxes, right? Any menu pop-up that appears here. Okay, close that. All right, and great, and that's it. That's the that's that section, and that completes Chapter 1's hands-on exercise number 1. Okay, so I'm going to close this. Let me go back here. Yeah. So these you guys can work on your own time. I guess in the meantime, you guys can start the first 2. And you guys can work on that for maybe 6 minutes, and then we'll look into the project. All right, how does that sound? That's good? All right. So the quizzes, right, I say in quotations, right, they're basically the exact same as the homework versions of the assignments that we just did, right? The only difference is that there aren't any like video content or any tools to help you to complete the assignment, like any hints, right? But if you have any questions, you can call me or Lauren up, and we will assist you. All right. So in the meantime, I will look into the project. Okay. Okay. The project.
Professor.
Hello? You had a question?
Yeah, I was waiting to finish the rest of the Excel, but I'm on Excel 1.1, and like the first one, and I'm following the steps exactly, but it keeps saying action complete.
Okay. Do you mind?
Yeah.
Are they able to share their screens?
They should be able to.
Okay.
I was gonna probably just go over that and I can tell you where I'm at. But from my screen, it doesn't happen.
Sorry, repeat that last thing again.
I sent a request to share my screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
1 second. I'm not able to see your screen. Are you currently sharing?
There we go now.
Yeah. Okay, I can see it now.
So
Yeah.
type select cell A1 and then review.
Yeah, so it's cell A8.
Cell A8.
Yeah, and then type souvenir program.
Okay. So this A1 will type all the functions.
No, so notice that the first question is on top here, right? No, notice the one that's bold currently, it says type souvenir program in cell A8. That's what you have to complete so far, yeah. You can just copy and paste souvenir program. Yeah, and just click enter. There you go. And now select cell A1 and then spell check the worksheet when prompted. Change the misspelling souvenirs to souvenir. Yeah. So that one you have to select A1 now. So cell A1, yeah. And then spell check. Yeah, there you go.
And then I click.
Yeah, and then you can click change on the right. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and you're
now.
Yeah, and you're all good now. All right. You can stop sharing if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm sure. Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, which ones are we doing again? I'm sorry.
Which assignments are you doing? Is that your question?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so at the moment we just finished the first 1 second. Let me just Yeah, you can see my screen?
There we go. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, so currently you're working on 6 and well, in my case it's 6 and 7, but you'll be working on exercise 1 and exercise 2 labeled as quizzes, but they're not quizzes. These are just homework assignments.
I'm doing the blue ones. Okay.
You're doing the orange ones.
If it doesn't work,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
We'll help you. Chances are it's the software and it's not you.
Okay. Or check though.
Okay.
Where's that?
So which one do you use? You want to go to manage? You gotta edit. Oh, sorry. Actually, create. Sorry.
Hold on, the student has a question. Yep. Abrina, right? You have a question?
Can you hear me correctly?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just need help with the last one. For some reason, it's
Yeah. Do you mind sharing your screen?
0 seconds.
Yep.
In the meantime, if you go to create and then import create builds assignments. Oh, click no.
No.
Yeah. Next.
Well,
Can you see it?
yeah, I can see it. Okay, so for this one, you have A1 to be the active cell. Okay, good. All right, so then next you want to go to that magnifying glass in the editing column and then go to replace. There you go. And then you click in, so it says you want to simultaneously replace all occurrences of the value 0.05 with the value 0.1, right? Yeah. And you just do replace all.
Oh. I think it's the way that I input the proposals. Okay. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, no problem. All right, you can stop sharing.
Do you want to filter? Go to all chapters. Go to Excel chapter 1. And if you scroll down, there's going to click go. That would be helpful. That way there's not like a million assignments there. Alrighty. So there's mid-level, greater mid-level, right? There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Right. So
Which ones did you select?
Okay, I did the bottom 2, the
These?
guest house rental and the real estate sales. You are gonna always do mid-level 1, and mid-level 2 is gonna be for homework.
Gotcha. I will assign, right?
Yeah, copy and assign. I think you have to click both.
That's right.
Yeah. It's kind of finicky.
Okay. Okay.
You might want to spend tomorrow going through chapter 1 still a little bit more.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Professor,
you
formatting is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, say your question again.
The option to clear format of the cell is found where? Like
It's not showing?
I'm clicking cell A2 and this asking for the formatting to I just don't know where to go to do that.
Okay. Just share your screen. I will stop sharing my same as sharing. Okay, so to clear the format, you want to go to editing column.
Real life land?
So, okay, so you're already at the menu, so it's at home, right?
Mhm.
And then move your cursor to editing. So you have font, alignment, number, styles, cells, editing in that order, see?
Yeah.
And then click the eraser thing at the bottom. Yeah, and then clear formats. There you go.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. That way we can see the project. Okay. Let me do desktop too. All right, so conventionally what we're going to be doing in lab is we will do one project. And I think, would it be mid-level 1 most of the time, would you say?
Yeah, so it's always going to be mid-level 1, and then mid-level 2 will be for other homework.
Okay, just to reiterate what Lauren said. So mid-level 1 will be what we work with in lab, and then mid-level 2 is what you work with at home. Okay. So in this case, mid-level 1 is guest house rental rates. So we won't be able to finish this today since we only have 7 minutes. So let's start. Let me preview this. Preview. Okay, so you're going to have 3 menus here. So the first one is download starting materials. So the materials required are a docx file and an Excel file, right? So ideally you should all have Excel downloaded on your computers. That way you can actually work with this content. So I don't currently. I have to actually do that today. And
use the online version for the time being.
Yeah, it's okay. We only have 6 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so you should do that. I will do that today, and then we will start working with stuff tomorrow. Yeah, what's up?
I do just want to add, do not pay for Office or Excel. You actually get it for free as a CUNY student.
Yeah.
So if you're on your own computer right now, I recommend, we're going to have like a 20-minute break until lecture, so that would actually be a perfect time. If you want, download Excel to your computer. If you have a Mac, you could go through the App Store, PC, just type in like Excel. And when it asks to sign in, you want to sign in through your CUNY login. So like your first name, last name, last digits of your CUNY ID, that kind of whole login thing. And you basically get access to the entire Microsoft ecosystem for free while you're a student here. So you're gonna have access to the whole Excel and everything. Cool. So we'll go through that a little bit more later too, just to kind of make sure. Again, today's kind of like feeling it out. Like we want to just make sure like you guys are set on Pearson, getting through technical difficulties, that stuff. But for the things like this, we'll probably do that fresh tomorrow then. Or well, you will. I won't be here. I'm the lecturer.
Okay, so once you guys have your starting materials already downloaded, yeah, I have a question.
That might be on me. Give me a second, and I think I'm just like changing it right now.
Yep. All right, so let's preview the steps for this. Let's see what you have to do. Yeah.
Yes, so what you want to do is if you go to the assignments tab, right? If you want, go back to my lab, right? You're on assignments right now. Actually, get off of my, do the assignments over there. right? Oh, because of course it doesn't work there. Okay.
That's fine.
On your assignments, at least, it will pop up as a list of like a whole bunch of assignments, right? This is what was on my screen before. If you scroll down, oh yeah, I see. Right now it only says mid-level 2. So there should be a mid-level 1 right above that. It says quiz. It has like a little orange box on it, but it will be what we do in class. So in class, we will be doing the project 1. For homework, you're going to be doing the project 2. So I'm going to make sure that that's visible and that you can see that.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for pointing that out. I would have been like going through it and you guys don't even have a project.
So the assignments are graded by us, right?
Actually, it gets yeah.
Auto-graded?
I have to see exactly how it works. I haven't done...
I mean, I can experiment with it myself.
Huh?
I can experiment with it myself.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Alright, so the assignment instructions, there's a lot of them, but each step should not take more than a minute. I think the hardest part is just getting acquainted with Excel. Like once you get more used to where things are, each step should take more than a minute. But it's okay if you take longer because you're still learning this. Okay, so the first step is you need to just open the file, make sure you have Excel opened up. All right, so your grade is automatically added to your last time's beginning file. Okay, great. Okay. Now you want to format the main title to have a consistent appearance in a document spreadsheets. Apply the heading 1 styles, range G1 to G1. Yeah. So my suggestion is complete the assignments, like the what are they called again? These assignments over here, and I'll just show them. Back to course on. Yeah, complete these before you actually attempt the project, right? I think in class tomorrow we will
Definitely go over it.
Yeah, we will go over this. Yeah, because we've only done the first one, right? There's more, as you can see, right? There's 4 other ones. So it would help to go through all of these and then start the project, because the project will use skills that we've learned from these assignments. So yeah, so when you get home today, I'd suggest just trying the first 2, and I guess read the textbook if you can. I mean, after lecture, I'm not sure if you guys will be finishing up, but
Well, that's
you
the
should be
goal.
good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, we're doing some this during.
Yeah.
All of
Sorry, go
those-
ahead.
Sorry, me or? You talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of the blue ones that say homework, those are the participation practice that's just understanding. And then the ones that say quiz are actual.
Yeah.
For us
Those are your actual homeworks, yeah.
Okay. And so you see number 10. Under that is you see where it says level 1.
Yeah.
What's the difference between that and the ones that don't say level 1 and level 2?
Yeah, so mid-level 1 is what we'll work with in lab, and mid-level 2 is what you do at home.
Okay, and the things that say 10, 9, 8, 7, they just say exercise 1, 2. Those are just my homeworks that I'm also doing at home.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Those are your homeworks, basically. Yeah.
They're named slightly different on your course page just because I changed it to be lab and homework.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, blue dots is class, orange dot is home. Or
Okay.
square.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
No problem.
All right, guys, it's 10:40. That ends today's lab. We will do much more tomorrow. All right, this is an introduction, and there's a lot going on. And I'm also getting used to Excel as well, right? Because I never taught an Excel class before. But yeah, the computer science department thinks that if you know code, you just know Excel. All right, so I will be learning with you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in lab. And it shouldn't be a tough semester. I think this class should be chill. Lauren's a great lecturer. She's amazing at explaining. Yeah, we'll see how it goes from there. All right, Omar, you had a question?
Yeah, just a quick question. So we have to do exercise, the level 2 for homework today?
Level 2, you can wait until tomorrow, because it's more advanced, and just topics
I
in there.
meant,
We
I
have
meant like the second part, like the second one, like Homer chapter 1, exercise 2.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those you can do at home. Yeah, I thought you meant the project.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions? All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day.
Sorry,
Hold on. Let me
question.
just check the chat
Is
real quick.
Lauren Mistress available after class?
Was that a question about Lauren?
Yes. If Strata is also available through email after class.
100%. Yes. Please reach out to me if you need anything. Yeah, and also if you have questions, I'm keeping this Zoom is going to be kept open through lab and lecture. So feel free, just ask questions away. You guys can stay on the Zoom. You could step away, take a break. We'll resume at 11 for the lecture itself.
Yeah. Can I close this?
Yeah, you're done. You're good. You're good.
Okay.
I have mine recording.
Gotcha.
This is a little weird for me because it says lab. My CUNY first says lab is first, and then the lecture. I feel like it's always the other way around. Is that on purpose?
Yes, it is on purpose. We kind of wanted to have some time beforehand to, practice, get you adjusted to it. And then tomorrow's lab is going to kind of continue more of reviewing the previous day's content. So it kind of like gives you a little refresher before you start lecture.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, I'm going to stop the recording here.